Okay.
What? No, it's back. Give it to the quarterback. No, we got the running back. What?
Straight off the couch.
Here are the stories we're going to be chasing today.
Yeah, I don't know if chasing is the right word, but we're going to be talking about Week 6 and previewing Week 7. But before we get too far away from it, let me bring in my broadcast partner, the effervescent and affable Adam Weidel. Adam, how are you today, buddy?
I'm good, buddy. Interesting week, huh?
Interesting week. Let's just jump right into it with the Thursday night matchup. Everybody thought the Eagles were going to go into New York and just own the place. Didn't work out that way, though, did it?
No, apparently the meatheads in New York had something else up their sleeve.
Scadaboo's not going to recognize his own mother by 2028.
Yeah.
he keeps playing. He said, you're a comic book guy. You know what he reminds me of?
Okay, go.
Puck from Alpha Flight.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah. Just a meathead. That guy doesn't matter. He's crashing through everything, no matter what kind of run it is. It could be just a block. He's going to crash. He's going to run for a touchdown. He's going to crash through everybody like they're bowling pins. He's not going to remember his mother's name by the time he's 30 if he keeps going that way. I'm surprised that he hasn't been in the blue tent yet.
But he's going to get free pasta at any restaurant in New York for the rest of his life.
Oh, yeah. It was just, maybe not. There was a guy that he was going to be the Messiah in New York. Remember Tommy Cutlets?
Tommy Cuts, yeah. Yeah, what happened to him now? I think he's selling cars.
Yeah, he was on the roster in the preseason, and then they caught him. Tommy DeVito?
Tommy
right?
DeVito, yeah. So the final on that one was 34 New York, 17 Giants, 34 New York, 17 Eagles. Eagles they didn't look like they had anything together at all the whole game.
I don't know what's going on with Jalen Hurts, but those passing yards are not happening.
Especially in the second half. It seems to get worse.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. The second half seems to be just completely not their time to play ball. Like, if they don't get out with an early lead, they struggle. And did I see 4 tush pushes in a row?
You did. It was so bad that a bunch of former NFL players like Olin Kreutz and people like that were putting up pictures of it going, this is not football.
Yeah, I mean, no wonder why a lot of the teams wanted to have it banned. I mean, they couldn't defend against it, but as a viewer, I was just going, come on, like 4 in a row?
And I that's what they do. That's what they do. I get it. But yeah, I mean, 4 consecutive tush. If you're not going to outlaw it completely, limit it to how many times they can do it in a game, or limit to how many times they can do it consecutively or something like that. That wouldn't bother me at all.
Treat it like the timeout rule. You can't call 2 timeouts in a row. You can't do two tush pushes in a row. Wow, that was my real Canadian came out there.
Two tush pushes. Yeah, took. It's a took tush push. Yeah, and so let's go ahead and move on to the next game we had, which was the Sunday nighter. The Chiefs and Lions. We both thought the Lions were going to win, if I remember correctly, and
that's correct.
Sometimes you have to beat the opposing team and the officials, and that's what happened on this game.
We're going to get a lot of hate for probably saying this from, Chiefs fans or anybody that hopped aboard the Taylor train, but that's unheard of. The Chiefs have been riddled with offensive line penalties this year, and then they come into this game and there's 0 penalties on them. 0.
ESPN.com had an article that highlighted 5 blatant missed calls. And I'm not talking ticky-tack little calls either.
No, there was a massive hold. Travis Kelce had a massive hold on a receiver at one point where the guy just about fell over.
There's that. There's Chris, the defensive lineman.
Chris Jones.
Jones obviously lined up in the neutral zone. Didn't call it. There's the play with the reception that shouldn't have been a reception, because when the similar thing happened to Detroit 17 plays later, it was an incomplete pass.
Yeah, the ball hit the ground, and then they hurried up to the line so that it couldn't be reviewed.
I hate
that was smart. That was smart coaching, by the way.
I hate to keep hounding on this, but it does look like the league wanted the Chiefs to win.
They were scripting it.
It did look that. It really did look that way, and I hate to say
right?
that. And that brings us to the early game Monday night, which was we both picked the Buffalo Bills to beat the Falcons. The Falcons had other plans.
Yeah, we're both wrong 3 times in a row. Wow.
Falcons played a complete game of football.
Their defense looks legit.
Defense looks good, and their running game is really solid. They have a really solid running game, and when Penix needed to do something, he was able to do it. Yeah,
I was quite impressed between Bijan and I can't remember his last name.
Robinson.
Yeah, well, it's Bijan Robinson, and then the other back.
Yeah. I forgot his name too.
I forgot his name. Sorry, guys. It's like a Greer or something like that. I can't remember what his name is, but off the top of my head. But between those two backs, they are doing really, really well. But they do need to, and they can't throw Drake London the ball every time. They need to have another receiver out there.
It was averaging like 5.5 a carry.
Yeah.
And so the final score on that was Falcons 24, the Bills 14. I imagine there's a little bit of panic going on in Buffalo, New York right now.
Yeah, apparently they have no expectations in Buffalo. That's what they were saying. And I was just like, what do you mean you have no expectations? Isn't the expectation Super Bowl or bust for every team at the beginning of the season?
And they were one of the favorites going into this. So
they were favored to win every single game.
And they dropped 2 consecutive. That's not normal for them. So I feel bad for whoever they're playing next week. We're going to find that out pretty soon here. And the final game of the week, my Chicago Bears going to Washington, and that was a really good football game all the way around, even though I know because I'm a Bears fan, people are going to say I'm prejudiced. Even if the Bears would have lost, I'd have said that was a good football game.
It was a very good football game. The Commanders gave that game away.
3 turnovers. 3 turnovers.
Between the 3 turnovers and that last one was brutal. They could have iced that game away. The 3 turnovers. Washington needs to play better football. Good on the Bears for capitalizing on those turnovers.
Good teams have to overcome their own mistakes and take advantage of the mistakes made by the other team. And that's what the Bears did last night.
Yeah, it was a good football game, and that one was final score 25-24, so that could have been that was a coin flip game. It was 24-22 it looked like it could have ended that way.
It did. And then that fluke fumble between Daniels and their running back. And it was a fluke. It was a fluke.
Elements got ahead of them, and the rain got in there, and I was really concerned for Jake Moody on the Bears because he was canned by the Niners, and he was on the practice squad for the Bears, and was just called up
today. Just called up yesterday. Yeah.
And it's his first. He's missed so many kicks, and it's first game in the rain, and there was so many things that could go wrong. A bad snap, a bad hold.
He had the one blocked, so what's that going to do to his confidence? Shout out to Andre Swift, though. I mean, dude, 7.7 a carry.
Yeah, they need another back there, though. They can't have DeAndre Swift taking every ball.
Yeah.
Caleb's got some potential, but he also needs to settle down a bit. The Bears really could have taken control of that game, but they couldn't get Caleb settled down.
No.
Washington made their mistakes. It was a little bit of a sloppy game on both sides, but it was still fun to watch.
And some pretty questionable officiating going on.
I'm seeing it more and more in every game. Notable game that I do want to point out that wasn't in our primetime window was Niners and Bucks.
Yes, that was a good game.
That was a super interesting game, and I'll tell you what, our boy Baker, I know we bring him up every week, and people are going to think that we're closet Tampa Bay Buccaneer fans, but we're just Baker fans.
We're Baker fans, man, and he's so fucking relentless. He's
so gritty. And the thing was, I watched him shake a bunch of tackles. He was pinned down. He was getting sacked, and he shaked those tackles, and he ran for like 18 yards, got the first down, and
didn't slide. He ran into a linebacker and a safety at the same time, standing straight up.
Still tried to get more yardage, which is we've seen him do that before. But the kicker there was like 2-3 hours later, because that was a late window game. Mahomes did something similar, and then we got Chris Collinsworth saying, "You tell me another quarterback in the league that can do that." And I was sitting there yelling at the screen saying, "I did see another quarterback in the league, and he did it better a couple hours ago."
Yeah, just this afternoon, Chris. Shut up. And there's one other notable thing I want to point out. -11 passing yards for the New York Football Jets.
Oh, so yeah, that morning game, we're not going to get into it. Broncos and Jets, their last 3 games have been a similar score, like 11-9, 12-6, like
really low scoring things. Yeah,
like that's the worst thing that the U.S. has ever done to the U.K. You're not going to change my mind.
Don't send them over there anymore.
Yeah, you're not going to change. You've got your revenge.
The other game that was really close, I didn't get to watch the game when it was live. I caught some of the NFL highlights on NFL.com. Cardinals-Colts. That was a really close game.
I've been kind of watching the Colts closely because I'm really starting to think that they might be for real.
Yeah. Danny Jones seems like he found a home there in Indiana Jones, and they're playing really good football right now. And the Cardinals, because they're a little well, I don't know what you want to call them. Their little pinball was out of action, and they were around their backup, and they still put up 27 points against the Colts. So
yeah, so they had Jacoby Brissett in. Kyler Murray is probably at home playing the latest Call of Duty because it came out a couple of days before that game.
Maybe that's what it was. Maybe he just wanted to catch up on COD. Yeah. So is there anything else you want to talk about in the early or afternoon games?
No, I mean, the Chargers-Dolphins was something interesting, but we're going to get into what the Dolphins are doing next week because I have some suspicions. The coach just showed up, though. What are you doing here, buddy?
Coach is there. Well, let's bring him in.
Yeah. He wants to talk about something.
Everybody give him a big warm round of applause. It's Coach Blackwell joining us live in studio in Canada. How's it going, eh?
Hi, Terry. Hi, Adam. How are you boys?
Coach, we're doing well. It's a good week of football. How about you, sir? Where were you at this week? Were you in Milan? Were you in Paris for Fashion Week? Or did you just kind of hang out in New York?
I actually was in New York for a little bit, and then I went over to Montreal. I've got some friends there, and we just hung out, had some charcuterie, had a wonderful time. We did watch the football on the weekend because, in Canada, they had Thanksgiving, so I had to get into all the festivities.
Oh, I didn't know Canada's Thanksgiving was this weekend. So what uniforms stood out to you this week, sir?
All right, so I just want to get back into what I talked about last week. We're back with the all whites again. Everybody is wearing white again. Arizona, Detroit, Miami, New England even did the all white, which is weird. Seattle, Tampa Bay, Tennessee, but the Rams did it best because they came out with their all-white uniforms, but they are not white. They're actually bone, and you know how I love the bone, Terry. Anyway, the league is trending on whites, and I don't understand, but it seems to be a thing this year. The big game this week was the Sunday night game. We had throwback uniforms with Buffalo, all white again, wearing their old logo on their helmet, the little red buffalo. It's so cute. And then Atlanta, they came out in their 1940s German attire. Not liking that look. Giving me bad vibes.
Yeah, that's not a warm fuzzy, is it? When you look across the line and they look like they're SS troopers waiting for the ball to snap.
So I only have like one Very important uniform. I think I talked about this last season. I love it. I'm going to talk about it every time I see it, but I don't see it very often. I'm going to call it my fit of the week. I know I'm not as trendy as these younger kids. They would probably call it the drip of the week.
Right, right.
Washington comes out with that black on black on black, and it is so gorgeous.
With just the gold numbers and the gold logo, yeah, that looks really good.
They did have a little maroon around the outside.
Well, you gotta do that because that's your team
of the
color,
gold,
yeah.
but you can't see it because of the black.
No, it looked really good, and I like the fact that they lost even more. So,
well, I don't really care about the score. I'm always here for the fashion, and I have to go. I'm off to another place. I'm not telling you where. I'll tell you next week. But there was a football game played there this week.
You're off to have fun, and it's not just the fashion you care about. You like the football pants too, don't you, sir?
Those boys just look so good, especially like the white bums.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much for joining us. Adam, what are our standings this week?
He just fucked off, eh? He's just like, he's getting really brash. He just comes in, he takes the microphone from me, like I can't say shit, and he just
flit it away when he's done.
He's done. He's just like, yeah, like I don't even know where he went. Like he could be raiding my fridge right now. No, there's probably nothing that's gluten free in the fridge. Let's look at our stats. The stats are brought to you by Adam and Terry Suck at Football. We are both tied for. We have a 10-12 record right now, both of us.
Both of us.
If it wasn't for me picking the Commanders last night, that would have been different.
Well,
but
it was bothering me that you had a 1-game advantage. Now you don't, so I'm okay.
But we're still both under 500. So there's that.
That's no bueno.
Yeah, I can't believe at like week 6 that we're this bad. So, the league,
it's not just us. It's the whole. I mean, like,
did you see the league? Like, I feel like I'm in Bizzaro land.
Yeah, I mean, you're watching the pregame last night on ESPN, and they both picked the Bills and Commanders. All of them on their panel. Everybody picked Bills and Commanders. Bills and Commanders. Bills and Commanders. You know, it's a weird year for football, but now that I know the refs are back on the sides of the Chiefs, I'm going to start picking them a little more consistently.
Yeah, and I'm looking at this week's games coming up, like week 7 games, and I got questions, man.
Let's just kick it off then. Our first week 7 game is in primetime. It's on Thursday night. It's an Amazon Prime game. It's the Steelers at Cincinnati Bengals. Oh, man.
I'm thinking that Al Michaels might actually go home.
You know what? We can
we
can just call this the Ben Gay quarterback game.
Oh, this is the Uncle Bowl is what this is.
Because both these guys are over 40, right?
It's 41-year-old Aaron Rodgers with just turned 40 Joe Flacco. It's the Uncle Bowl. Who are you picking on this? I mean, it's hard to say no to the Steelers right now, in my opinion.
It really is hard to say no to the Steelers. The Bengals did pretty well considering that they'd had Joe Flacco in camp in the building for 2 days, 3 days, and they went out there and they were competitive, but they just couldn't get it done. So I think I'm going to go with the Steelers, though.
Yeah, I think we need to shake things up a bit here, and I don't think picking the Steelers is or picking against the Steelers is a smart play, but I also didn't think picking against the Eagles was the smart play. So I'm going to take the Bengals just for the fun of it.
Just for shits and giggles. Good for you.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, the Steelers have some really serious weapons. Okay, they've got a proven quarterback. Like Aaron Rodgers, he's still got the stuff. He's a little more slow, but he's throwing some good balls.
Well, and
they've got DK Metcalf.
Their defense is still pretty stout, too.
And they've always had a solid defense. Yeah. And you're going up against the Bengals that spent all their money on 3 players. And one of them is not playing.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the Bengals just because if I pick them, the Steelers will win, and maybe we'll get out of this bizarro land that we've been living in.
There you go. Live your truth, buddy. Speak it into existence.
I just want to see like something real happen for a change.
Is there anything in the early window that you want to discuss?
Okay. There is a few games that I saw come up. We are going to talk about some things as the season progresses because let's be honest. I mean, we're in week 7, so we're going to get close to the halfway point shortly.
Right. And we're looking
Miami,
at playoff
Miami and Cleveland.
Playoff implications are going to start coming into play. Yeah.
Miami and Cleveland, both 1-5 teams. I think this is a 1 p.m. game. It means nothing. I think whoever loses this game loses their coach.
Oh. That's
it's a bold prediction.
It's a bold prediction. Well, we already had one firing, and it wasn't the people who I thought was going to fire their coach first. The Titans get rid of their head coach. I thought it was going to be Dable or McDaniel, but no, the Titans.
Yeah, well,
we have
McDaniel, and then we have Stefanski, and Stefanski has been coach of the year.
Stefanski with the nice facial hair. He's got good facial hair.
Very well groomed. I think he's got like a gnome or something that comes up and makes sure that every hair is exactly 8 millimeters long.
And I think he has a template he holds up to the side of his face when he's trimming. And then
he's got a shaving guard.
And then he's got a staff that properly introduces the black and the white, so you get the salt and pepper look. Perfect.
He's got the good salt and pepper. Yeah.
I think he's got a staff just dedicated to that.
Yeah, he's going to be fired. I think if they lose this game. One of these coaches I think is going to get fired. I'm not so sure about if Cleveland loses because Cleveland just does Cleveland stuff and they seem to be happy with a losing culture. But Miami was all in.
They were
a couple of years ago.
And in the post-game press conference, Tua kind of threw some of his teammates under the bus a little bit.
Yeah, that whole culture is just being destroyed from the inside out right now, and I just don't think that's going to last. So I think McDaniels gets fired if he loses this game. Cleveland, if they lose, I think the chances of Stefanski actually getting fired are going to happen, but it won't happen until the offseason because I've never seen Cleveland do a midseason firing.
That's not their forte, no. And is there anything in the afternoon window that you care to discuss?
So another 1 o'clock window. It's nothing big, but the AFC East leaders, the New England Patriots, feels good to say that, by the way. Mike Vrabel goes into his old coaching job, so he's going to Tennessee. He's going home.
Yeah, but the Titans are just a train wreck right now.
But it's just kind of a revenge game for Vrabel. So I want to see something happen, and I wouldn't be surprised if New England puts a 40 burger on Tennessee. Just to rub it in and say, fuck you for firing me. I gave you a 500 team every year. I gave you a AFC South championship.
With no talent.
Fuck you. So I see that as a revenge game for Vrabel. In the afternoon window, I see some snoozers. The Indy LA Charger game should be interesting, though.
Both those teams are near the top of their divisions, and they're playing pretty good football. The Chargers have stumbled a little bit. But the Colts are on a run. Yeah, and don't forget, the Chargers coach, Jim Harbaugh, played quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts back in the day. So this might be a coming home thing for him. So that brings us...
Super interesting, right?
That brings us to our Sunday night matchup. It's the Falcons we talked about earlier, flying all the way across the country to play in San Francisco against the 49ers. The Niners, who are surprisingly hitting on all cylinders right now, but they lost the best linebacker in the league in Fred Warner last week.
Yeah, but they're going to be getting Kittle back by the sounds of it. But who knows? Like, we're picking these games on a Tuesday, and like the status reports don't really come out till like Saturday.
Right. So, but I think on this one, Warner's a huge loss, but they're playing at home. I think I'm going to take San Francisco. What about you, buddy?
Well, I have a really hard time with this one because I just watched the Falcons last night, and they impressed me.
They disassembled the Bills, yeah.
Yeah, but it is a short week for them, and they are flying across the country.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
so is there going to be an emotional letdown, maybe?
Yeah, I have to, they made a statement game against the Bills, but, I mean, they have to go home to Atlanta, and then they have to fly across the country.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, they were in Atlanta. They were home already.
They're in Atlanta,
yeah,
but still, that's a long plane ride still.
You know what? I'm just going to roll the dice. You're going Niners, I'm going Falcons. We're going to shake up these stats one way or another.
And that brings us to the Monday night early window. We have 2 Monday night games this week.
I fucking hate this shit.
We have the Buccaneers going to Detroit, and oh man, Baker's playing such good football. But I think the Lions are going to be pissed off over what happened to him with the Chiefs. I don't know how I'm going to do this one.
I like both these teams.
Do you have a coin handy?
Right? Like what okay, so heads is Bucks, tails is Lions. Let's go.
And I'll go the opposite.
I got heads, so I guess I got the Bucks.
All right, then I guess I'll take the Lions. I mean, that's just
Jesus, this isn't even fair, man.
That's just how close these two teams are, though. That's how close these two teams are.
I don't even want to see these two teams play each other. Not at this point in the season.
I want
so much damage.
I want it for the NFC Championship game. That's when I want to see these two teams play.
I feel bad for Baker. He's got to go up against Aiden Hutchinson, for Christ's sakes. That guy's going to eat him alive, and then Baker's going to just uppercut him. I don't want to see either of these guys get hurt. I like them both.
No, it's going to be a hell of a game, and the Buccaneers are playing really, really, really good football, and the Lions.
I think the Lions are too. I just don't think that they got a fair shake on Sunday.
I don't think they got a fair shake at all either, and I think they're going to be mad about that. And knowing Dan Campbell, he's going to come out and just want to put a beat down on somebody for what happened to him.
Yeah, I don't like how this game's going to turn out for either of us.
It's just going to be a, he's going to bitch slap somebody over this.
It's going to be some good football, though. I think it's probably going to be the Sunday nighter that's most tuned into this year.
That's a Monday nighter.
Or is it a Monday nighter? Monday night games.
It's that Monday. It's another Monday doubleheader, and then 3 hours later we have the Texans and Seahawks.
Yeah, so I got to go Seahawks.
Yeah, Seahawks is all. Yeah, the Texans.
Yeah, I mean the Texans will surprise us, but I'm probably not going to watch that game. It's not until a 10 p.m. start.
Yeah, no, they did a really late start because it's in Seattle.
Yeah, I get why they do it, but it's very hard to watch that when you've got things to do on Monday. Lucky for us this week, Monday wasn't bad because it was a holiday here, but yeah, I don't see me watching that game. I will catch the highlights and the score the next day.
All right. Well, I guess that's about it for this one, Adam?
No.
No? That's not it?
No, we got to talk about our most popular segment on the show.
Oh, well, I better stop the music then. Go ahead. Correct me, sir.
What?
You're
what
right.
Game?
You're right. We got to talk about.
I didn't even have to say anything. I didn't even have to say it.
The food. The food.
The most popular segment on the show.
We're getting. Yeah, people are. They're actually talking about it on social media.
I know, it's so weird. We've talked football for 3 seasons, and nobody talks about that. As soon as we talk about food, everybody's just like, I like football.
Yeah. Well, that's the is it the Uber Eats commercial that football is just excuse to sell food?
Right?
So by the way, fuck you, show off. You're basting your turkey in the smoker and that. Fuck you. Fuck a whole bunch of you.
So
that was a turkey, right?
It was a turkey. So we decided to do a Thanksgiving our way. We've never done so in Canada. I know there's a lot of Canadian listeners.
Go ahead.
They already know.
Go ahead.
For our American fans,
go ahead and lean into the Canadian accent during this segment for us.
Okay, so for our Canadian fans, in mid-October, you put on a toque and you go outside and you cook a turkey. And
Yeah,
you call it. Yeah, you call it Thanksgiving. I know it's not the end of November or anything like that.
Sure, yeah.
And you have to have uncomfortable conversations with family members. And,
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't do that accent like that. That's awful.
Oh, Christy, I can do it all day long because they do the same thing.
Oh, no. Anybody making fun of a Canadian can, sure.
No, they talk the same way up in Green Bay there. So I'm always making fun of the Green Bay.
The West, they are a little farther north.
Yeah, the Packers there.
And fuck the Packers. Yeah, so we do Thanksgiving in October. I'm just here for the holiday. I don't make the dates. But I did a turkey because we had a year where we didn't have any obligations. We didn't have to go to 27 different places for Thanksgiving. We said, fuck it. I made a turkey in the smoker. It was only an 11-pound bird, but we never did a smoked turkey before. I would deep fry it sometimes.
Those are hard to keep lit.
Yeah. We had to get him a new stogie a few times. But I used to deep fry, and then there was bitching about that because we'd have people over, and they're like, but the stuffing's not the same. But this was a stuffed turkey, did it in the smoker for the first time. Enjoyed it. Didn't do potatoes, nothing. We did like biscuits, mac and cheese, and my own family, no outsiders, enjoyed that. We had the leftovers on Monday, and it was fantastic.
The tryptophan nap kick in nice for you at the end of the night?
No, actually, it wasn't.
By the way, great name for a band, the Tryptophan Nap.
Yeah, Tryptophan Nap. Yeah, it's like name of my sex tape. You're just in stitches today. Yeah, so we did a turkey in honor of Thanksgiving, but it was a perfect football eats with some mac and cheese and some buttermilk biscuits. But that was a special one, and then
And Deb,
this week coming, we'll have something else. What did you have, buddy?
Well, hang on. Deb showed us her chili. She had her chili going.
Oh yeah, I saw a picture of some chili. Thanks, Deb. Yeah. I'm glad that you've latched on to the food aspect, and I know you're a football fan.
Well, it was her suggestion, if you remember.
Yeah. So, well, then thank you.
Absolutely.
From all the way from Canada. Thank you.
And what I did was something I hadn't done before. It turned out pretty good though. Was chicken bacon ranch pita wraps.
That's correct. You had that without the bacon because you hadn't inserted the bacon.
Well, I wanted to wait. I wanted to wait until it was cooked all the way before I put the bacon in, because otherwise the bacon would have got really soggy. And I like my bacon a little crunchy. You gotta have
that crunch factor in the wrap.
So I had the bacon done up right before I served them in the pita. So you put I warmed the pita up right on the stovetop. Right, just turn on the gas and flip it over a couple of times and warm it up.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. I don't know what I'm gonna do this week. It
was so simple too. It was like 6-7 minutes worth of prep.
Turkey's hard to top, but I'll be honest, that was a 7-hour cook. So
yeah, it's a lot of work for the food sometimes.
Yeah. We'll come up with something better. I don't know what it's going to be this week, but the turkey was a big one, and show off, whatever. I was just like, oh shit, it's Sunday. I forgot. I got to share my food.
I take the show off comment back now, knowing that it was the Canadian Thanksgiving.
I wasn't just like, oh, we have a food segment now. Let's see.
That's what I thought you were doing. We're doing food. Let me get the smoker out.
We're going big. Outdoor kitchens. But yeah, if anybody else has food, latch on to our social media on Facebook. Just look for Straight Off the Couch. And we have, Terry always is pretty good about it. He posts up like what's going on for food, and it's usually around that 5-6 o'clock mark, depending on your time zone. And when dinner time.
Yeah, right before it's time to serve it. So, Adam, how can the boys and girls get a hold of us?
They can get a hold of us by, they can get a hold of me by going to Adam Off the Couch on Instagram or the X. How about you, Terry?
You can find me on the X at TREMUP. That's at TREMUP, and on the gram at Tear 'em Up Terry. I don't know if you've noticed, I've been pestering Baker like crazy on the X.
Well, he's not coming. And he's too busy playing ball right now. And he's balling out.
And I tag you every time just because I want, Baker's going to come. He's going to come, and we're going to buy him DQ, damn it.
I'll start pushing him a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, so for my broadcast partner, don't leave things unsaid. Check on those you love. Until next week, Bye-bye, everybody.
Send food.